Morning, everyone. Oh, literally, I think that was the first word I spoke for the morning. Sorry, bit crackly. Yeah, hi. So my name is Tracy Newman, and I'm from the Navigators Tarot, which you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Here to do a few readings for you for the week. We have the general energy report. We'll see what's going on with the energies at the moment. A lot of stepping up energy I'm feeling, especially in the spiritual community, especially for a lot of divine feminines. But anyway, we shall have a look at and anybody that's in a kind of divine counterpart spirits, twin flame relationships. I think they're either going to be stepping up or stepping out, or yeah, interesting times we are living in. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm getting that, there's a resurgence of magic coming in. It's really interesting. I read for someone just a couple of days ago, and she was getting the same message. So it's kind of like, for so long we've lived without any sort of magic in our lives. We've been living in a lot of fear, and based in a fear-based society, and that has not actually provided anything in the way of magic or esoteric knowledge. Yet now we're being asked to find that magic that we all have within us, that's housed within ourselves. Yeah. So it's like, also too, I feel like it's like we're stepping up and moving into a completely different frequency. But before we actually do that, we're kind of in this contemplative state of allowing and settling while these energies settle. Because they're sort of all moving about at the moment, creating a lot of chaos within all of us, pushing out anything that no longer serves us, pretty much. And that is no longer able to be tolerated in these new earth energies. And so while we're actually, sitting, allowing, contemplating, and waiting these new earth energies to come in, we're being asked to sort of find the magic within our own lives, to move forward, so that we can move forward and bring that magic into our new world. Yeah. To leave fear behind, as and to purge it out when necessary. And at the moment, we're being asked to do that. And so that does require a lot of us to become hermits sometimes. And okay. And I'm also getting, it's really interesting. When I say about relationships too, for some reason this has been coming up quite a bit for me. And it's because I'm reading for a lot of people that are in these dynamics at this time. And so there are a lot of divine counterpart, divine twin flame relationships that are now being asked to, as I've said before, shift into a completely different dynamic of commitment or moving on out. And it's interesting because with this hermit energy, I'm also seeing a wedding ring, which for me is about committing, and it's about commitment in relationship. And so this would also be in relationship to yourself, because before we can actually have a divine counterpart come into our lives that balances out anything, we'll often have to go within first to find that balance within, and to pretty much marry ourselves, never compromising on who we are as individuals within our own right and sovereign beings within our own right. And so it makes sense before a divine counterpart can really come in to match your energy. First of all, you must find that dynamic within and to pretty much marry yourself. Commit to yourself. Say the vows to yourself before you can say those vows to another. I don't know why I'm getting all that, but it has been coming up fairly often for me in the cards and in readings that I have been doing lately. So yes, this is all part of moving ourselves as sovereign beings into a completely new world, a completely new dynamic and energy. So we need to sort of like move with these shifts and all of that that's going on within, and then manifesting it on an outer level. The Page of Swords. Also too, so there will be a lot more truth come out, especially for July and August, I'm actually getting. But of course, as within, so without. So of course, if there is anything that you are not looking at within, any sort of truth that needs to come up, it needs to be looked at, and then it needs to be accepted and then worked through, so that you can sort of like come into peace within your own self. And as that occurs, then of course that will begin to occur on an outer level. So also too, there is, okay, it's really interesting. So the new world, the new earth system of the new financial system that's coming into this new earth system will not be based on the old CBDC, and there will be new currency come in. However, we have to be very careful in actually seeing that the only real currency that we need to focus on is the currency of self-worth within. Before it can actually manifest as anything on an outer level, then it also, that is going to help us in any way, shape or form. Something that is hard backed in, hard assets like gold, silver and oil and things like that. But what I'm actually getting is that before that can manifest in its own right on an outer level, we also must find that gold within our own structure and in our own cells. So that has to do with self-worth, self-love, unconditional love for ourselves and for others. And it ties in very, very much with the divine relationship that we have within, and with our own selves, our sovereignty to the God entity that lives within each and every single one of our cells. And so, yes, as I've said, before you can manifest anything on the outside, it must be manifested first from within. And the energies are such now that quite possibly we can manifest anything that we wish to manifest on our outer world by being very clear about what we need within our own lives and in our own physical body and mental and emotional bodies. Cards of abundance. I will say too, because I'm getting this message too, for those who are in divine relationships or about to embark on a divine relationship or go to a higher level of commitment in any sort of connection, if it is spiritually based and it is being drawn together by spirit and you come into union with your divine counterpart and take it to a higher level of commitment, then the abundance within that relationship will be helped along greatly by spirit. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what flew out with the abundance card. So it would seem that that a relationship is really coming up. it's coming up for a lot of us, but first we must also to purge out anything that is of an old program that we cannot bring into this new earth. We cannot bring into this new version of self that we're moving into, and the new sovereignty that we find within our own selves. So, and how that is connected to our outer world. So it would appear that it is very important for the next week. These are the energies. The energies are allowing us to move, to have a look, to purge out anything that is no longer necessary, and to find that abundance within ourselves, the gold within ourselves, to marry ourselves in relationship and provide ourselves with huge amounts of unconditional love. And as that begins to occur within, then that's when we manifest our divine counterpart, and also to our new financial system, or anything that is coming to the fore for the new earth energies that we're moving into. I hope that makes sense. Really interesting times we're living in. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I know it's a short one, but it's kind of like a really intense one, kind of like there's lots of change happening within all of us, and a lot of us will be asked to go within and to be like hermits until we find that the information that we need from within. Eight of Wands, and it's interesting. Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands. Yes, the two eights. So yes, abundance, but be very careful in giving out too much abundance to another if you're not giving it to yourself first, because then you'll just provide yourself with a deficit, which you do not want to manifest on an outer level. Okay, so yes, at the moment there's kind of like a lot of these dynamics are sort of shifting and moving and shifting us forward, but at the moment it's kind of like we're being asked to sit and to be still, and yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. The next week should be interesting. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and I shall see you anon. Bye for now.